I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Don't mind me, I'm just making this.
Like Gary said, it's good to be home. So, item 2, if you gentlemen had a chance to look the minutes over.
Gary showed me something
If
this
so,
week.
are there any additions or corrections?
Correct.
You want me to tweak that, don't you, Gary?
Yeah, whatever. If you're happy with it, I'm fine with it.
No, it was a definite typo.
I didn't see the typo. Where are we at? Do you know where it's at, Haley?
Gary printed it. Yeah,
Is that her name?
no. Upa.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Okay.
there was another one up there Gary found, so
Okay.
I'll fix it.
All right. So is there a motion with the corrections to the minutes?
Motion approved.
All right. With the corrections, that is correct. Yeah. Tracy made that motion, Gary seconded. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, very good. Item 3, appoint a chairman for 2021. Gentlemen, anyone want to take the umpire position? Speak up.
I'll do it if you don't. You've done it for the last couple of years.
I don't have a problem doing it, and I understand the convenience factor of being in town. Every once in a while you get called down here, but that's totally up to you guys.
How often do you get called in?
I don't know. How often do I get called in?
Forget to sign things.
But
You might have to fax me something with a signature or, you know, that kind of stuff. If you're not in town.
do you take back signatures?
Depends. If you can scan them back to me too.
Push. Good morning, Benton County Supervisors, Rick Primer speaking. Hi, Ben. Oh, I guess it would work. Ben would like to visit with us, Ben Bonner,
Today?
right now. Is it okay? Is he on the
He's not.
agenda?
I don't think he's on the agenda.
I don't think you are on our agenda for today. It'd be the,
Well, unless he's talking budget.
right, and
Budget
we would
work.
put that on for, well, yeah, it hadn't been on there for about 10 years. So it'll be on for next week. Unless there's some budget questions. We, okay, do you want to, and that's item 23 on our agenda. Do you want to hold for just a second while I figure out how to put this on speaker? Okay. Oh, here goes Haley.
Can you hear us, Ben?
Yeah,
Okay, now you can hear
Okay.
it.
Very good. Gentleman, Ben Bonner here, and he would like to visit with us regarding item 23.
But before I interrupt, they really need to make their chairman and stuff first.
Yeah,
So
so
we
hold
can.
on just a moment, please.
yeah, no
Okay.
problem.
All right, thank you. Gentlemen, it's up to you. I'm easy either way. Really,
Me either.
what's that?
It don't bother me. I do chairman too, as far as that goes. It don't matter.
Want to split? How do they do rock, papers? No, I don't think so.
No, I mean, if you, one of you two willing to step up this time, then somebody just needs to make a motion to be chairman.
Doesn't
I'm not
bother me.
making a motion.
The Primer can make the motion and appoint you chair then, since he's not chairman yet.
I don't care.
Okay. Are you in town quite often?
Yes.
Okay. Then you might as well wear the hat this time.
Okay.
All right. Does that sound like a good idea?
For a year, yep.
All right. Well, then I'll make the motion that Tracy is the chair. And so if I could call for a second. Thank you. So we've got a motion by myself and a second by Gary to appoint you as chairperson. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Okay, now we've got to do, that was item 3. Sir, your item 4. You need to now appoint a vice chair or ask for a motion. And I guess I would make the motion that Gary continue as vice chairman.
I'll second it then.
Okay. So, you seconded?
Yep.
So,
Motion on the floor, so all in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Okay. So, we've got Gary as vice chair. And you get to take the reins from here, sir.
Do we want to stay on time, or do we want to go to your phone?
We've
call?
got Ben on.
Well, I
phone.
think Myron does need to be somewhere. He's not gonna take very long.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Yeah, I've got time, guys. So if you need to get, I just wanted to be on so I could get done.
okay. All right.
You know.
Very good.
So,
All right. Thank you.
Go ahead, Myron.
Equipment operator, got a applicant that's got a bunch of equipment experience that I want to hire for secondary roads, actually available to start immediately, so he's out at the shop ready to start this morning. Got a resolution here stating that with equipment operator classification, labor grade, $21.50 an hour will be the wage for the first 6 months, and then things will change, actually July 1 at 6 months and then at a year. His name is Ryan Gager.
Ryan.
Gager, Gager, that's the last name spelling.
How do you spell that?
Gager.
Well, then I'd make a motion that we appoint or hire Ryan Gager as equipment operator for secondary roads.
Second.
And it's by resolution, is that right?
Resolution, yeah.
Okay, Primer, aye.
Dersek, aye.
Seaman, aye.
You have top line now, I guess, sir.
You get the official number 1 for resolution for the year.
Guess what? You get a new ink pen. Because the old one's gonna run out of ink before you're done, right?
You never know.
No, I had asked to put on the agenda quickly because I got a conference call with FEMA later this morning, and I have multiple interviews this afternoon.
Nice, nice.
I have a
Trying
female
to
call
jam
today
pack my day
too.
as hard as I can.
Interviews for,
Office manager,
okay.
Oh. Yeah, that'll be a.
Alicia got to come over today while we were all swearing in, but she got to watch the baby too. Courtney brought the baby in.
working on that Wednesday, and then I made it a 4-day weekend, so. That's all I have today, these are your actions on this one.
Thank you, Myron. Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Oh,
Gotta stamp it.
already done that. Very good.
All right,
Thank
see
you.
you next week.
See you, Myron.
Back to Tuesday next week, I'm assuming, is that,
Probably,
My
yeah.
knowledge.
it's on the agenda later, I assume you're sticking with Tuesday.
Yeah, I would assume. We might have to start having more for budgets, but
All right.
Thank
See you
you.
later, yep, thank you.
And then get Ben started.
Ben, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here.
All righty, very good. Fire away.
Yeah, definitely. So I think, like I said, the only thing I was on for today was the IRPM committee appointments. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes?
There were 3 people up for a potential reappointment, or 3 that we would potentially have to fill for this year. Wayne Silas' term, Kathy Chamberlain's, and Zach Parmiter's. I spoke with both Wayne Sila and Zach Parmiter, and they both indicated that they were wanting to get reappointed to the board. I don't have Kathy Chamberlain's phone number, but I did send out an email about a week and a half ago, just to see, who was still interested in continuing, and I haven't heard anything back. I am assuming that she's probably still interested in staying on, but I'll have to, get clarification on that. I did speak with the auditor's office too about whether or not we had to have them reapply, and they had said that we would have to have them fill out an application again. So I'm still going to have to get that, or if you guys are wanting that, I'll have to get them to put in another application to stay on the committee. But I do have verbal commitments from those 2 anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and they can get those to us just so we have them on file.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, those 2 for sure, and then like I said, I'm still waiting to hear back from Kathy. And then I found out, Myron and I were talking last week, and he's pretty good friends with one of my committee members, Mark Dressler. And I believe Mark is moving he's on my committee now, and he's moving outside of the county sometime this year, so we're probably going to have to look at replacing him on the committee, because I think you have to be a county resident in order to sit on it. So I did some checking around this last week, and I found somebody who I feel like would be a pretty good replacement for him. His name's Jeff Ralston. He lives just south and east of Urbana, and he's pretty involved in, he's done a lot of prairie reconstructions and stuff like that on his own ground, and since that's a public or a private seat on the committee, I felt like he'd be a pretty good replacement as well, but I also need to get an application off of him too, so.
Well, I'd recommend that you apply with the 2 you've got as far as your appointments, and then once you get the other ones, get back on the agenda. Would you gentlemen agree?
I would agree.
Okay. So we can work with the 2.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So we can work with the 2, especially once you get their applications.
Okay. Do you want me to get all their applications then first before we appoint them, or did you want to appoint those 2 today, or?
You could appoint them.
I would think we could appoint them today,
Okay.
those 2 at least.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah. Do you want to
Okay.
make an appointment, or?
I will make a
Motion.
motion to appoint Wayne Sila and Zach Parmiter again on the IRVM committee.
Second.
Okay, motion on the floor, and first and second. No discussion about it? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Sounds like you got the 2.
Awesome. Great.
Just get the paperwork to follow.
Yep, yeah. Like I said, I'll put on for next week too to do the weed commissioner appointment, all the paper I need to get you guys to sign for that I send into the state every year. So
Okay.
I'll just put that on afterwards, and I'll do some tracking down this week and get those other applications for you. So.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
That's all I got.
Anything else, Ben?
No, that's all I had today, unless you guys have any questions for me or
It'll
anything.
be on the agenda for next week then.
Yes, he will be. Yeah. Okay. That sounds very good. I appreciate you calling in and your patience.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Take care.
Let's jump to number 7 right away. Establish schedule for supervisors meeting. We're gonna discuss that briefly.
Everybody all right with Tuesdays at 9 o'clock?
I'm good with Tuesday at 9 AM, and then as in the past, if we need additional, then we can get those scheduled and give 24-hour notice.
Sounds good to me.
Need a motion?
Motion.
Second.
So moved.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Now we'll jump back to 6. And I don't know what that's about.
Construction evaluation.
It's that capital resolution. We do it every year. I'll read it to you. It's basically the Iowa Code Section 459.304 sets out the procedure if Board of Supervisors wish to adopt a construction evaluation resolution. So we waive that every year usually.
Well, then I'll make the motion that we waive
I
that
mean, we,
construction
yeah,
evaluation.
so we adopt the resolution so that we don't have to do all that
Okay.
through the DNR.
Second.
Okay.
Okay, motion on the floor. Roll call.
Primer, aye.
Deershank, aye.
Team and I. Okay, designate supervisor alternative to represent Benton County at regional boards.
Well, I think those are the committees that we're currently on.
Everybody gonna stay the same?
I don't have a problem.
Do you have a problem?
On your
Do we need to have
directors.
a motion on that then?
Mhm.
Okay. I'll make the motion that the supervisors and the supervisor and their alternate to remain the same as last year for the various committees that we serve on.
Second.
Okay. Roll call.
Deershank, aye.
Seaman, aye.
This isn't by,
Yeah, it's just a motion.
it's just a motion on this one.
You don't have to vote unless it's a resolution.
This one does not require a resolution.
But I gotta get that statement printed out.
So, you know, if we say aye individually, what's the difference? Forever aye.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Okay, number 10, sign new statement of non-insurance of certificate of occupation.
Yep, I'll print that out for you guys. It's on our letterhead. It's more or less than the assessor uses it too. So I'll read that to you if you want.
If you could, I think that'd be smart. We only do this once a year.
Yep.
Mhm.
Hold on just a second. So,
So this is basically, we don't issue a occupancy certificate.
right, it says Benton County has not currently adopted building codes and does not perform inspections of structures located in the unincorporated area of the county. Therefore, Benton County does not issue a certificate of occupancy for said structures. Further, Benton County does not guarantee that any structure complies with any building codes and does not accept any liability, express or implied, regarding such structure. If the property is located within the corporate limits of any city situated in Benton County, you are directed to contact that city regarding the matter. So we just basically sign a new one of these every year. So,
I'll make a motion that we sign the statement of non-issuance of a certificate of occupancy.
Second.
Motion and second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
so now that I know who's chairman, I'll get these tweaked and I'll print them all out for us.
We got nothing but the appointments now.
Yeah, looks
Yeah.
like,
Do you have a long
I have,
list?
here, I'll let you guys go through some of the applicants we've gotten. As far as my biggest concern one is the eminent domain. It was so busy last year, as you guys know. We had a few
Yep.
that we found out that they didn't have their realtor or vice versa. So I followed up a couple years ago with everybody that was on that domain just to make sure. I feel like we should probably do that again.
Okay.
If we reappoint who we currently have, that way they notify us, because I know they were all busy and maybe they don't want to serve more.
Should we table that till next week then, so you can contact?
well, I think we can vote on
We
it.
could reappoint who's there, and then I guess if they're totally against it. I mean, I didn't receive any verbal
Yes or
wanting
no?
off or,
Okay, okay.
yeah. Normally, we always just reappoint, but then sometimes people don't realize they're on it.
Okay.
But like I said, last year, that that was really busy with all those condemnations. So.
Mhm.
And that way you could also make sure that they're in their perspective.
Yes, and I think we
Areas
did
of
get all those
expertise.
tweaked kind of last time because
Sure.
we found out as we went. And we had to have some alternates too, so.
Very good.
Kyle,
How we doing?
good.
Well, I'd make a motion that we reappoint the
Same
people
people.
on the commission for the eminent domain.
Should we name them?
Yeah, I'll have
You
them
have-
listed out in there.
Okay.
Um,
You will put the list in the minutes?
yes, yep. And if you want me to look it over right now for you, I can. A second here, I'll print. All right, so for the eminent domain,
Would it be easier just to print them all out?
we can, it's all on the spreadsheet, so every
Right.
position is different. But this is the one where you have the ag property, city property, property value, real estate.
Okay.
So do you want me to name them? Who we have so far?
You can go through each
Yeah.
and every one.
I was gonna say, it's gonna take a while if we do
It'll
it.
take a while if you
That's
do
what I was
that.
gonna say.
Well, I mean, I can read them down since it should be technically in the motion.
Yes, right.
So we have Brenda Schonbacher, Bonnie Sanders, Elaine Harrington, John Elwick, John Reinhardt, Todd Hennings, and Wayne Sila are all for the ag property side. Then for the city property, we have Janice Eldred, Jeff Kelly, Connie Ogier, Kathy Van Steenhouse, Daryl Sint, Gary Benson, and Larry Wida. For property value, which now that I see his name, Harold Knack does one off. So he did tell us that. So we had Harold, Dave Coulter, Melissa McBride, Denise Wida, David Redlinger, Brian Biershank, and Gary McKenna. These are for property value. And then for the realtors, we have Scott Schlarbaum, Danny Kessner, Melissa Lenny, Shannon Feuerbach, Tammy Tim, Dave Wessling, and Alan Michael. So I will put them all on there except Harold Knack. So that would be for one we'd have to find a replacement for.
Does anybody know if any of those people passed away?
No, I don't think
No.
any bad.
Nope.
Nothing rings a bell.
Because normally,
And-
when they'd have a condemnation, they randomly pick one from each group, and they mail them letters, and if they can't attend, then they're supposed to give them time so that we can find alternates too. So,
And
I
that
know
one's,
Daryl had,
COVID,
Yeah.
he's better now.
one's pronounced Connie Auger.
Ogier, yeah,
Yeah.
Ogier,
Sorry.
Ogier, okay, sorry Connie. She's the one that works with Wessling, right?
Correct.
Okay.
so
Okay.
moved.
Okay,
And seconded.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Should we jump down to the newspaper, number 19? Official newspaper for the counties.
I got the letters from the Benton. I didn't hear from Star Press, but I don't know on that one. So we've talked. I know it's come up in the past. I don't know how much the Gazette would be. The only reason
have
it would
to
be
have two.
nice, yes. The only and it has to be subscribed. They're subscription papers. The only reason sometimes I think it would be nice is like when we are in a pinch for our public hearing. Like I want to hurry on something because the Star
Because
Press
they're
is a
daily.
week behind,
Right.
and you have to get theirs in with such a.
But you would have to use them each and every time. And I think they are more expensive.
Yeah, I don't know. We've talked about it. I asked Dave one time to look in the code.
Can we name 3 and just use
Well, that's
2?
who we had to. No, if you name them, you have to use them.
Okay.
So do you want to wait on that or what? I don't know. I just have mixed feelings. I did want him to research on that, what we were obligated for sure. But I think if we name the 3, we have to publish them 3.
Can we table it till next meeting? Give you time to
Well, what-
research it?
Well,
Well, I've asked about it before and I've looked into it some, but
Guess the best thing is call the Gazette, see what's.
The thing about it though is the cost factor when she puts in the paper all the proceedings and you get those resolutions, et cetera, they get pretty lengthy. And I know that she does, don't you do kind of an abbreviation?
Yes, I don't publish all the resolutions.
But, it's just kind of, you've seen the
Do it yourself.
expenses, every month that we have for board proceedings.
There's no reason why we can't change it down the road then, is there?
Well, we'd have to just do an amendment probably, or amend your motion
Mm-hmm.
of who you named.
I guess. what
We're
I
talking
would
about our
like to-
official newspapers. There's times I would like to be able to use the Gazette because you're so easier dates to choose.
Yes.
When we're so limited with the Star, Benton's pretty easy about getting it in, but Star Press you have that week before deadline, and sometimes that's hard.
We have a lot of struggle with trying to coordinate all of those dates with one land use hearing,
Mm-hmm.
with 3 papers. It's
Yeah.
difficult.
How do the counties down in southwest Iowa do it when there's only like 5,000 people in the county?
Depends on, some of them can just post it on like their budgets and stuff, they can post on an official bulletin board, depending on their population. But we can't do that.
It'd be nice if you could have 2 regulars and an alternate for a case of a,
Well, like even the Benton, there's Tuesday and Friday, and it's basically the same, but it's
Yeah.
just different publication dates, different names. I don't know.
Can we do that?
One of the 2 Benton ones?
No. Have like the Star Press, and then if it don't work, move it to Cedar Rapids.
You have
Well-
to, once you declare it, because I have to put that in the budget too.
but
You
what
have to
she
name
was,
your official papers.
what she was indicating was you got the, help me with the official titles for Benton, Cedar Valley Times,
And
and
then newspaper, Benton Eagle.
And Eagle.
And the Eagle, okay, which is 2 different publications. And we could technically use those 2 and it'd be just fine, but it doesn't get that.
Southern part.
And I've heard Gary say that they have limited subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have Star Presses like in the Quick Stop or grocery store, Blairstown, it's in there. So there are people that go in there and buy it, and I don't know about Belle Plaine. That's really the area that is or has more population and would be interested in what's going on up here.
Well, I guess I'd make a motion that we stay with the 2 that we currently have, which is Cedar Valley Times and the Star Press. And if we see a need to change that, just like you had asked, we could do that later on. Perhaps we could get an answer that's been asked before.
Is that it in a motion?
That was a motion, sir.
That's a second.
All right, we have a motion and a
So the
second.
newspapers are the same.
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. That took longer than I thought.
Yeah, but it brought us right up to the 9:30 time.
did.
For Kyle. I printed that, but I didn't know if you brought one.
I did bring one.
Your turn.
Did you want to go first, Mark, or?
I'll go for it.
I got a couple of aerials I'm gonna hand out here. Here representing Robbie Cromer. He's down just north of Shellenberg.
I'm sorry, who was that?
Robbie Cromer.
Okay, thank you.
Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Thank you.
And what you have, do you want one? What you have before you is kind of an aerial. He owns approximately 18 or 19 acres, kind of where Mark's pointing at. Everything south of the road he owns except 2 small acreages. Both those acreages want to expand, and they've approached Robbie and to purchase some property. So what I have done is I kind of highlighted in red what the two properties want to gain from Robbie. The furthest one to the east will get a majority of the split. The one to the west, which is Timoli, I think it is, he's just getting a small portion right behind his property. These will be going with adjacent landowners. There's no proposed new public improvements. Chase, which owns the property to the east, it sounds like he wants to potentially maybe dig a pond on the property, just for recreational use. So I'm here requesting a variance in regards to the subdivision rules, mainly the preliminary plat. And hopefully if we can get that variance, we'll come back to you with a final plat of these parcels. And then go through the process of recording the final plat with the associated documents.
Okay. A little confused when you're talking east and west and which ones.
North is always up on the page, so.
So are we talking the blue?
The blue are the existing, what's in red is what's proposed.
Proposed, okay.
Correct.
All right. The guy to the east.
So the guy to the east right here, he wants the large lot right here. The guy to the west wants
Big part.
just a small one behind it.
Like that. Okay.
So Tim lives here, he wants this. Chase lives here, he wants this.
Understood.
Robbie owns basically about 18 acres, goes over to the center section.
Okay.
So again, there's really no, they're just trying to increase their holdings. Robbie's trying to decrease his holdings. Land use isn't gonna change. It's been pasture forever and a day.
It's not necessarily they're looking to do a development or
No,
anything.
no, just trying to increase their holdings. Tim would just like a little bit bigger yard. His septic tank sits right behind his property. He has ownership of his septic. Where the leach lines go, it's kind of unknown. By him getting this, it should take in those leach lines.
I think it's good with your office as far as this is all concerned.
I'm the one that called for this to go this way. There's been more splitting in this 40-acre tract previously. They wanted to create these new parcels. They weren't going to demonstrate any agricultural use, so I said as long as they would get a surveyor on board, get it platted, prepare a final plat, which Kyle has already outlined, I'm good with all of it. The variants that we would be doing, the sections are like what we have done heretofore. Basically, Article 4, Sections 4.01 through 4.05, Article 5, 5.01 through 5.07, Article 6, Section 6.02 through 6.03, and 6.05F, and then Article 7, Section 7.01, and this would allow for them to do the two new parcels, which are located, as Kyle will show Johnny's request, southwest, southeast, Section 384-9.
So moved.
And seconded.
And this is by resolution.
Deershank, aye.
Firmer aye.
Seaman, aye.
Great.
Thank
you very
you.
much. You want me to take your papers? You don't need them?
Thank you.
I'll type that up and give you the resolution.
Do you want yours?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks, Mark.
Thank you, Kyle, appreciate it.
Who's our new
chairman?
We switched.
Who's our new chairman?
Right there.
Tracy.
We
Mr.
need
Chairman.
to have a hat or something, don't we?
Mr. Chairman.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too.
Take care.
Thanks.
See you later.
Mark. Number 12, appoint members of Benton County Zoning Commission.
Any changes?
Let's see. Should ask Mark, but I haven't heard from. Six BBGs. Yeah, here's that letter from Harold.
We had that before,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Most of these are for the BDG on here, but. Let's see.
So you don't have anything for,
Zoning, unless
Zoning
you want to
commission.
look here. There's a Board of Adjustment would be, Steve Runnings would have been expired.
well, that's Board of Adjustments you're talking, right?
Yeah, I'm just going through some of these. Usually Mark or Barb will keep us up on the zoning one, but. So you would need Dan Kestner, Nancy Jensen, Steve Thompson, and Larry Coster, if they're wanting to be reappointed.
And you haven't had any.
And they're for 3 years term.
No one is asked to be taken off.
And that's what I've been told.
Okay. Well, then I'll make a motion that we reappoint those folks to the Benton County Zoning Commission.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Aye. Number 13, appoint members to the Belle Plaine and Benton Airport zoning.
Do we have anybody that's,
Hold on here, just I gotta write these.
Am I
down.
moving too fast?
No,
I'm not.
I gotta pull one up from the other.
Which, that, I guess that just
The
Kinda-
airport,
makes me wonder why,
I don't even know if they were even active anymore, honestly.
well, I don't know why we're appointing members from Benton and Belle Plaine.
Because they used to get together and I don't know. that
I mean,
they
it
do.
makes no sense, those are city municipalities. Why is the county appointing members?
Doesn't a supervisor have to sit in on their meeting too?
No,
Really?
county's got nothing to do with those airports,
they're all,
and I'm not so sure we want to.
No.
I honestly, last time I called somebody, it was Daryl Kinney on that and he hadn't been active on it for a long time either. So I would like to know more on
understand.
that too, like when do they meet or is it like,
I understand Belle Plaine's in the city limits, but Benton, they don't have any water out there or sewer or nothing.
Well, I don't know.
I bet they got sewer out there.
Well, but they've got water too,
Yeah.
it's probably a well and septic. It's not gonna be city water or city sewer,
Yeah.
but I'm sure they've got well and septic out there. But again, I don't understand why the county's appointing members from Belle Plaine and Benton.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend that be tabled.
find
Got
out
a
more?
motion?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. There a second?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, because we have John Stiegelmeyer is the one listed. That's good through 22 anyway, so.
Well, John lived in the country.
And then Myron is on the Airport East Iowa zoning. You could ask,
From Benton, or,
Myron.
Belle Plaine, excuse me.
but Gary Marlowe's on there. Deb Christensen, Airport Adjustment, but she's, the only one up right now would have been Myron. So maybe that's something we can ask Myron on. If they ever meet. I think it's like when they do a new runway or different things they have to meet.
Myron Friedrich, right?
Mhm.
The Benton Airport's fairly good size. There's jets have landed out there.
It's a, kind of a backup airport for Cedar Rapids. So if Cedar Rapids is closed down, Benton can take in their equipment. The military has a C2 or something like that. large cargo plane.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, it could land out here in Benton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll jump to number 14, appoint members to the airport board adjustments. Table that again?
Yeah,
I think those two kind of tie hand in hand.
Okay, so we'll table that one. Number 15, appoint members to the Pioneer Commission, Cemetery Commission.
and that's one that we got.
Yes, and you got a letter in here I was looking at.
Should have a few.
Well, I haven't got that far down. This is Steve Meyer would like to resign his position with the Benton County Pioneer Cemetery Commission, effective December 31st. However, he would still work with them, doing repairs as well as reestablishment of the Stringtown Cemetery. He just doesn't want to be an official commissioner.
So here's the ones that are willing to serve too.
Where's that cemetery at?
No clue.
It's the Pioneer.
That's the one north of Blairstown.
Stringtown?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Stringtown?
Yeah,
I have not a clue.
that's the one north of Blairstown.
Is it?
We're gonna do the ground
Yeah,
penetrating.
I've never heard it called Stringtown.
Oh, really?
So,
So those three
well,
are
even when they've
willing.
been coming up here, these are the three that have said they would do it.
So Wayne Shannon and Aaron Kinser are still listed too, but,
We just appointed the Sandbergs last year.
yep,
Was that to fill
I
somebody's
think so.
position?
So I didn't see anything in here for
So Steve Meyer wants off.
additional, did you?
No, just that letter, one letter, and then that one that wanted off.
So you've got those three, how many is on that position?
Supposed to, well, according to this, there's 4 that are due.
Yeah.
And this Deb Christensen is not.
Clint, Brenda, Deb, Aaron Kinsner,
And the Schultz from,
and Wayne. Yeah, he's not up until 21,
okay.
Roy.
So we need to find somebody.
Unless we talk to Wayne and Aaron.
Is that Hawthorne, Watkins? That makes 4. Looks like he's interested in it.
Yeah. Well, here's your 4th one.
You have 4 of them there?
Yeah. And you got the 3 on that one. Let me read the names, and then the last line, paragraph.
One. Okay.
We don't have no applications. If you're gonna be a stickler.
The 3 previous members
Mhm.
for a new 3-year term. Brenda Sandberg.
Yep.
Clint Sandberg, husband and wife, obviously.
Yep.
And Aaron Kinser, is that it's pronounced. And you've got Wayne Shannon here.
Looks like Wayne's interested. He's attended the meetings lately.
Mhm. Anybody want to call him? I have his number handy.
Sure.
Okay, ready?
No. Oh, I probably got it. Never mind, I got it on my phone.
For Wayne Shannon, you do?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, been going through this cemetery thing. I'll put him on speaker, okay? He's currently not on there? Is that
No,
correct?
he is on there. It's just if he wants reappointed.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Hello, Wayne. How are you today?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Wayne, Rick Primer, obviously. I've got you on speakerphone. We're in a Benton County Board of Supervisors meeting, and we were curious as to whether or not you would like to remain on the Benton County Pioneers Cemetery Commission?
I do.
Okay, that's what we were hoping to hear. Attaboy, attaboy. All right. Well, I won't keep you. We've got a lot to do, so we will count you in there, okay? Thanks, Wayne. Take care. Say hello to Denise. Bye-bye.
It will do. Bye.
All right.
There, I'll make the motion that, including Wayne Shannon, we
Second.
appoint those 4 people.
Okay. So then the only one we need to find out from is,
You got 4, right?
Yeah. Brenda, Clint, Aaron, and Wayne.
so what about Deb Christensen?
She wanted off.
Okay. So she's off. So that's the one we're gonna have to fill.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought we did with this new guy.
No, he was already on. He
Yeah.
just got
Oh, he was?
reappointed. Mhm.
Okay. So we need one more person there.
wonder if Steve Meyer would. The other Steve Meyer.
Okay. And maybe they would have recommendations who they could, who they would like to see. Okay, well, that was the motion. Did Gary second it?
Yep.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry. Put it here in your folder. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry I took over. I kind of separated some of them.
It's okay.
Yeah, about appoint civil rights.
Coordinator?
Yep.
Who's that been in the past?
That is, I want to say, Jerry Michael.
That's what I was thinking it was.
And I thought Dave called him last time and he was still okay with it. But now that he's retired, I don't know. Do you want to?
Probably should call him.
Yeah, it's still Jerry Michael on here, so.
Okay.
Well,
Hey, good morning, Jerry. It's Rick Primer.
yeah,
Jerry, we are in a Benton County Board of Supervisors meeting, and we are appointing for 2021 the Civil Rights Coordinator for Benton County, and you have
Okay.
filled that position in years past. Would you be willing to do it again?
no, that's fine.
Okay, very good, sir. Well, thank you for doing that. We do
Yes.
appreciate it, so.
You bet, no
All right,
problem.
won't keep you. Thank you, Jerry. Take care.
Yep, bye.
Bye-bye. I would make that motion that we appoint Jerry Michaels again for the Benton County Civil Rights Coordinator.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Appoint members to the health board.
I didn't see anything in here,
Mm-mm.
so I'm gonna guess they're probably the same.
Well, have you had any? Let me look. Some of this is just repetition from,
Right.
because there's always changes. Gary, have you had a health board meeting lately?
We've been having them every month,
Virtual or in person?
virtual. And I think things are going pretty good, but I would be open to suggestions as far as that's concerned.
Because it would have been Dan LaGrange and Wendy Michaels.
Anyone indicated that they're looking forward to getting off? Okay. Then I'd make a motion
Or do we need to wait and make sure, because usually we have a letter from them. Let me ask
from the
Barb.
board.
Mhm. From usually the health board will give us
Do we
them.
need to get a hold of Mark, see if he's gotten any?
I'll talk to Barb.
Okay. Yeah, fire that off, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're gonna come back to that?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll jump to members of the conservation board.
There's one here, I'm sorry to be going through this, but it was close at hand, but I'm separating it. This one's from Mike LaGrange,
Yep.
and so it's an application. Isn't he currently on that, or is it his dad?
Nope.
Nope, he
Nope.
applied last year.
No?
Nope. We have a gentleman that wandered off.
Okay, there was someone that wanted off?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this kind of work good.
He's a local pharmacist.
Yeah.
No, that's Dan. Dan's the pharmacist.
This is conservation.
Yes, that's conservation.
But isn't Dan the pharmacist at LaGrange's?
Mhm.
It's, yeah, the son.
The son. Mike, which one did apply?
Well, what son? The son of Dan or son?
Mike and Dan are father and son.
Yeah,
Oh, they are?
yeah.
Oh, junior. I didn't think Dan was that.
Motion.
We only need one?
Conservation?
Yeah. There's only one term up, or can you?
Believe that's the only one we got for the,
No, that's the only application you got.
yeah, yep, it's for Becky's Van Wees. No,
No?
it's for Dan Gibbons.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
she's up next year.
yes. Regardless, we got a motion by Gary.
I didn't look it over, sorry.
Okay, you're fine. See, I'm on that board, so I kinda know something's coming down the pipe.
Yeah. Okay.
There's other things being discussed right now I can't discuss here, so.
All right. Well, I would second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Mike LaGrange. I'll let Shelby know so she can call him.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta make sure he knows when the meetings are.
Might be handy.
Number 20, authorize the auditor to issue warrants for code, Iowa code.
Yep, those are resolutions, so I can read those to you. Me and Melinda each get our own resolution for this stuff. Just give me just a second here. Got a lot to keep track of today, don't we?
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice being in our own little comfort zone here. Okay, so for mine, it's basically for the ACH deposits, giving me authority on that for Iowa code. And then the same thing for Melinda, except I changed the wording against treasurers. So it's Iowa code 331.506. So you guys are giving us the authorization to execute these
It's
ACH.
authorized auditor does the same thing, but,
Well, there's two.
well, down below
Yep.
21
Yep,
is
so
the
they're two
treasurer.
separate ones.
Okay, so you need it done separately,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. Well, I'd make the motion for item 20 to authorize the auditor to issue those warrants per Iowa code.
Second.
By resolution, right?
No,
Yes, both of these are resolutions.
it doesn't say that.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't
Okay,
say it, but they're
Kramer, aye.
resolutions.
Piershank, aye.
Seaman, aye.
And then I will authorize, make the motion to authorize the treasurer to issue those warrants as per Iowa code as well.
Second. Piershank, aye.
Primer, aye.
Seaman, aye. Appoint Benton, members to the Benton County Development Group Board.
Here is a stack of applicants.
Wow.
I'm guessing some are
All
current.
these?
Well, I think many of them are current.
Okay.
How many
And-
people are on that board?
Oh, I don't know. 6, 8,
There's five, well, five isn't there?
5.
Here, you want me to list off who's on there now?
Half a second. If you could please, here's one last one. List
So,
them.
right now we have Greg Walston, Jay Herman, Marlon Jorgensen, Janelle Jack, and Pat Stepanek.
So you only need,
Five.
you need 5 total.
You've got Jay Herman,
Because they're only a 1-year term.
Greg Walston, Pat Stepanek. Marlon Jorgensen was on there. Is he no longer on there?
Yeah, he's on there. I listed him.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
Okay. So you have just need for one.
No, they're a year term, so we need to
I
appoint
get
five.
that.
Yeah.
But out of the applicants, because I think you've got 8 applicants,
Mm.
looks like Heather Rinderknack, Janelle Jack, and Emily Upa, plus the 4 that are currently on, it was Jay Herman, Marlon Jorgensen, Greg Walston, and Pat Stepani. Correct?
Mhm. So then you guys have the applicants to do.
Yes, it just
Decide
went that
there.
way. Do any of you know, I know Emily, any of you know Heather or Janelle?
Do not know, Janelle.
Well, I think Heather was, if I remember that application out of Belpine, is that correct?
Yes, Janelle's out of Belle Plaine and Heather's out of Atkins, and I believe I know her husband, but I do not know her.
Oh, Janelle's out of
Belle Plaine,
Belpine
yes.
and Heather's out of
Atkins,
Atkins.
yes.
Okay.
I know Jay Herman.
And I think Emily, does she still live, maybe Keystone?
Keystone, yeah. She works for Alliant.
Sure. Where's Pat Stepani from?
He lives on the Watkins Road, or Norway Road, I would call that, Norway
Okay.
area.
Alright.
Well, he's not in Belle Plaine anymore.
Pat's upon it?
That's whose address I have, Belle Plaine.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't get updated.
Then if he's around Norway, so Pat's around Norway, Greg's around here in Benton, Marlon's over in Garrison, Jay's Shellsburg. I kinda like the fact that it's spread out.
First is five.
Yeah, and so quite honestly, I'm tumbling between Heather and Janelle. Again, due to proximities. And I really think if we had, I'm just going with that Belle Plaine, you know, that definitely gets.
You had Heather's? Yeah. Yeah. He's down between them two.
Can I see Janelle's, if he's looking at Heather's?
He's looking at Janelle now.
Okay,
You want Heather's?
may I have Heather's?
Yeah, real quick.
Thank you. She's Atkins.
How many's on that board total?
5.
5.
5? And when this board was formed, wasn't that supposed to be for a short time?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The committee, you mean?
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I don't think so. Just like every other committee, the conservation or, you know, some of those others. If I could look at Janelle's, please, Swanton. Thank you. And again, I'm just due to the fact of proximities within the county.
Where are the other 3 from?
Well, the other new one is Emily Upa. She used to be the director of Benton Development. And so she lives in Keystone. The others, Jay Herman is Shellsburg. So in my opinion, he's kind of got that Shellsburg-Atkins area covered. And Pat Stepanik is Norway, so he's kind of got that covered. Greg Walston is in Benton. And then Marlon Jorgensen is Garrison. And, you know, having just read this, that's why I was leaning on those two. And I don't know from Adam, if they walked through the door, would know either one of them. Emily, I would know. So, yeah. I just feel it's important that we have someone, different corners of the county.
So the northeast and the northwest,
Don't have anybody from Urbana area at all. Don't have anybody from, well, Garrison would probably be the closest there. That's, that or you're gonna be Mount Auburn. Those are about the only two communities over that direction with the northwest. So,
Marlin is south.
but again, he's a Garrison rural route. So I mean, that's as close to the northeast as we can get. So,
Yeah, it makes sense.
yeah, the southwest, damn it, was northwest. The southwest, is this Belle Plaine. Gary, if you've got a preference on either one, with the,
I think it's good to have them spread out a little bit.
I do too. No, they both look pretty good. Did you have any thoughts there, Tracy?
Well, I'm kinda leaning on the gal from Belle Plaine. I don't know her.
Janelle?
Yes,
And I see she's been in business for 18 years.
Yep.
It's an insurance business.
yep.
So she's gonna get to know the farmers as well as the town folk.
Mhm.
Well, I'll make a motion that we appoint Janelle Jack, I believe is her name, from Belle Plaine, Jay Herman, Marlon Jorgensen, Greg Walston, and Pat Stepanik.
Emily Paul was the director of that.
She
wasn't
was.
she?
And not that that's bad, but one time I replaced a manager, and they moved that person from manager to to assistant manager. And the old ways kept coming up, and there was quite a conflict. That's the only thing I can see with that is, been down that road where, well, we used to do it this, we always did it this way kind of thing. I guess Emily's a nice gal, but I'd rather see her on a different committee.
You wanna hear that five that he's made a motion on?
I'll second it.
Okay?
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I just wanna make sure I get the right ones.
Jay, Marlon, Janelle, Greg, and Pat.
So. She was on it before, so basically
Who was?
Janelle Jack. So Heather's the only new one.
Oh, Janelle was?
What would you say, Heather?
Well, you said, you didn't, you said that.
No,
Janelle.
Heather Render Connect.
No, not her.
No,
She's
you
not.
said Jay,
So
Marlon.
Janelle,
Greg, and Pat were on there.
so it's basically the same ones.
What about Janelle?
Janelle Jack, she
Yeah.
was on there.
She was on there?
So it's
Okay.
basically you appointed the same ones.
All right, didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was just 4 that were on there.
no, 5.
Okay.
So-
Well,
So it's the same ones.
She's
That's
got-
what, when you mentioned that
that's the
Heather,
ball team.
I thought you were switching her with somebody, but you named off the same 5 we already have, so.
Okay,
I guess we should have read that in her application that she was on. I didn't read that.
I didn't see that.
Mhm.
Okay. Appoint members of the Bentified Fire District.
Okay, so highlighted the ones that are. So Dean Werner would be up for the Van Warn benefited, which I'm sure he would be okay with it. Jeff Kreminga for Keystone, Alan Schonbacher for Benton Lynn, and Dwayne Render Connect for Newhall. So I haven't heard otherwise, so I'd be assuming they're okay.
All right.
Because
then
they
I'll
do my
make-
budgets and stuff, so.
I'll make the motion that we appoint those members that Haley just listed off for the benefited fire districts.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 I know Dwayne wants off.
He does?
I mean,
Oh,
the rule of thumb is you
you're on
gotta
it.
find somebody to
I was
replace
gonna
him.
say they're on it till death do 'em part, I tell them.
Yeah, well, then he'll
That's the whole
he'll find
deal.
somebody then.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, appoint trustees and alternate to Heartland Risk Insurance.
Group.
Currently, that's Rick and I.
Okay.
And I think basically that was covered, in my opinion, up here
Yeah, I mean.
under item
Appointment
9.
on the board stays the same.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Are you good with that?
Mhm.
Okay.
The Heartland Safety Coordinator, though, that one was different. I think that one's Myron, wasn't it?
I have no clue. So do we need to act on item 25? Or was
Yeah,
that
we
covered by
just-
9?
No, because it's a different one.
All
The
right.
the other one was just specific
Okay.
to board.
Well, then I'll make, oh, I don't know if I should do that.
I'll make a motion to appoint Richard Primer and Haley,
As a trustee alternate.
appointed trustees to the Heartland Risk Group.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm pretty sure he's our coordinator, too. Myron. Hold on. Maybe that is Ben. Did we change it to Ben Beerling? That's the safety coordinator last year.
You know, that does kind of ring a
I
bell.
think it's Ben. It used to be Myron, but now it's Ben.
Okay.
I don't know.
So it's up to you guys if you want Ben, safety coordinator still for Heartland.
I would think that'd be great.
Okay.
So moved.
And seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That was Ben. Benton County Historical Society Preservation Commission.
I don't really, was there
Two
any in that one?
applications.
There's 2 applications.
Let me see which ones are up for that one.
The Bob Spangler, Robert, that is, and Ed
Yedlin.
Yedlin.
Yep.
Historical preservation.
And there's 5 on that board too.
Yeah, but they have a 3-year term, so
Who's up?
it would be Peggy. No, Robert. Sorry.
Robert's up.
Robert Spangler.
So who's on there?
He's,
Robert would be up. Okay, so we have Allison Hicks, Phil Burleski, Edwan Yedlick, Peggy Schott, and Robert Spangler.
So it's the same ones that put the applications back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's thing
Well, and Robert.
Allison and Edwan.
Is Ed up?
Yep, and then Robert.
And Robert's
Yep,
up.
yep.
Those 2. Correct.
Well, I show Allison too, but she was filling somebody's when we appointed her, but I think she'd be up too. I'll double check with Peggy. But you only got the 2, right?
Only have 2.
Okay. I'll go with those 2 for now then.
See if I've got Allison's phone number. I do. You want me to call her?
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll stay on.
Maybe we're off a year, but I have her as 20.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic.
Well, I'll make the motion that we appoint Robert Spangler, Edwin Yedlik, and Allison Hicks. And we need to reach out to Allison
Have her fill that
to
out.
make sure that she would stay on the board. I'm sure she would.
So we need 3, not 2.
We need 3.
We think 3, 2 for sure.
Mhm.
Because Peg is on there currently, and her term's not up, nor is Phil Burleski's.
Yeah.
So,
And things have been running smooth the last couple of months now.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay. Okay.
Second.
Motion, okay.
Don't Beetlejuice this.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
I guess I hadn't heard it that way.
Appoint EasyCog board members. I know you should have the.
Yep, I got that
application
form.
on one for sure.
Those are the current.
There's a
Members.
form in here. Put that.
What's that?
Just the whole big form, I thought.
Yeah, it's over here.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah,
I was like, I knew I had it somewhere.
yeah. Did you have those,
PDG ones.
did I give those to you?
Yep.
Okay, well, here's this, you just want them back in here?
Yep, I keep all that in a file every year.
Okay. And here's historical. Separate like that, okay? So who's up other than Dave Fish, and he's reapplied?
He's got the form, so I just look at that for now.
You got them all in here. Ah, okay, I got it. This wasn't just for EasyCog. Got it. Yeah, you got Ben Berlin. Mine and P-Zip.
Current members on ECOG say Kathleen Van Steenhouse, Dave Fish, and of course Tracy. And then myself and Gary are alternates.
Was it one had Rick Erickson?
Well, these others are with ECOG are from other counties.
Kathleen Van Steenhouse is on it too.
Correct. But,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't
you've
think
got
her
Iowa
term's
County,
up.
Johnson.
They send us that every time though.
Yeah.
The only term that was up, which we found out, I think that was in the November meeting, that Dave Fish's was up.
Oh,
You know, that's when I brought this up here a couple weeks ago, who appointed him, and he had to look back, and that was back, was Terry Ertl and, Mr. Freeze
well, when they were
appointed
on.
him.
And then with ECOG Transportation Policy Committee, Mitch McDonald is obviously from Urbana. Was he reelected? I don't recall.
I think we did the same as last year. We just did it.
Did we? Was he reelected? Okay.
Because for some reason I was thinking, wasn't Rick Erickson's name on one of those committees for transportation?
Rick Erickson? I didn't
Yeah,
see him
for the
here.
city. So I think we moved him off last year because he retired.
But you've got some people here, Myron Prezak's on here, which,
That's what ECOG sent out.
yeah. And Randy Shield was on here for pedestrian or bicycle expert. So what do you want to do on this? Just reappoint?
So moved.
Just Gary's the alternate, so.
And I would second that.
All in favor?
Aye. Where's the officials?
Yeah, 'cause that one. Do you think Mitch would still wanna do it then?
Once he's elected, I don't know why he wouldn't.
Okay. That's the only one I
When
would.
you got Randy Shield there as well. I'm sure he would.
So I'm gonna put
I think
some.
it's just a lot of them are just name only, cause I don't know, I've never
Well, it's
seen-
different parts of it, different.
Right.
For ECOG.
Mhm.
And you may not get in on those
Yeah, right.
committee meetings, so.
But they want us to let him know if there's any changes. Yeah, this is the one that he was on and we took it off.
Did you call for a vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
We passed.
Good.
Okay. Appoint, replace veteran commission.
Okay.
We got one, didn't we? Because.
I didn't see anything in your file here.
Tony had sent me a message that,
I have a gentleman that said he would like to be on there. He's the commander of the VFW, locally, Dale Henry.
Okay.
He said he would like to be on that commission. He wasn't sure if he needed to fill out an application or not. Said he'd be glad to.
Okay.
because she said Jennifer Tonjes is the commissioner who resigned.
Okay.
Michael Sahanic is okay with continuing as a commissioner if the board would please reappoint him.
Okay. So who's the other one? Michael
We have,
Stepanik, you said?
yep,
Silhonic.
Sahanic,
Silhonic.
Sahanic.
I'll wing it.
Sahanic, Tony, Kirk Beeson, and Jennifer Tonjes. So Jennifer wants off. Mike still wants on, and then
Dale Henry.
Dale Henry will replace this Jennifer then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And who's the third, please?
Kirk Beeson, but they,
Kurt?
Kirk Beeson, Beason, but he's not up yet.
Oh, okay. It's just the
So
two.
Michael would like to be reappointed, and then you're
Dale Henry.
Dale Henry replacing Jennifer Tonjes.
Okay. I'll make a motion that Michael Silhanic and Dale Henry be appointed to the Veterans Commission. And I will get a hold of Dale and tell him to come down and fill out paperwork.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And then Kurt Beeson is currently a member, so.
Okay, number 30, appoint members of the Benton County Land Use Adjustment Board.
Here's your file back.
Alright.
Put her up here.
Just a minute here, please. I'm emailing Tony. Got in trouble one year from somebody not being told they got appointed until something, so I make sure I tell them right away.
Okay.
Which one are you doing?
30.
Appoint member of the Benton
Appoint.
County Land Use Adjustment Board.
I didn't see any applications in the folder for that.
I
Mm,
don't know who's on it.
well, it would be, that's the zoning commission. Just a minute.
Well, she's looking, why don't you do 31?
Okay. Appoint county engineer.
I would make a motion that we appoint Myron Prezak.
Is there a second?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'm kinda like.
Quick. make it easy.
Okay, so the land use adjustment, Board of Adjustment. Which Steve Runyon, and I don't think he wanted back on, is that correct?
No clue. I haven't heard.
I guess I can do 32.
Okay, authorized person to sign USDA RSA.
Who's that? You?
Gary, no,
Gary?
Gary. If I remember right,
It's
we did
Gary.
this last year,
You
Okay.
did, because you
Yeah.
just had to sign off on that WMA one.
Okay, well then I will recommend Gary Beershank to
Okay.
be authorized.
you're second, I'll second it, you probably don't wanna do
You
it.
probably should, yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
That one's done.
So let me see if Barb is down there, if she knows if,
Okay.
that's the only one, but I don't
The one
know.
that we just done, did our tenant get a termination letter
First,
by September 1st of 20? Does anybody know?
I haven't seen the signed copy, but if so, we need to probably be acting on putting the rental out too in there.
Where's that one?
It's not on the agenda, it's my question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because we were getting them served papers for their termination notice.
I saw paperwork come through, I don't know when.
I never did.
I think they called, because I think they're interested in bidding again on
Okay.
it, so. You guys,
Shall we find out?
we probably better
before
find
we
out and then get
advertise?
that advertising going too,
We don't go
before we
through the-
forget.
Dance again,
Mm-hmm.
and the Band Aid plan?
You know, we can terminate that anytime. We could terminate it right now.
Not according to what it said in there. That's where we got in trouble,
Yeah,
because that lease was wrote differently.
Mm-hmm.
When you gotta terminate.
By September.
For September.
So that's why we didn't the last time and we didn't now.
But you can terminate it.
we went through this already, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
We
sense
could-
going over it again.
We had to rent it for more
Yeah.
money, and that all fell through, so.
Right,
Yeah.
but whoever's renting it now, you can terminate the lease anytime.
No, you can't. You have to do it by a certain date.
Right,
Okay, and Tracy was just asking, did we get that accomplished?
but let's say we didn't get it accomplished. You can do it now
Well,
for the
I-
next following year.
I don't know that that's
Can't
correct.
be that. So when do you gotta, after what date can you terminate?
You gotta have it terminated before the 1st September, or your old contract automatically
Right.
renews.
and so that's why we
And that's my
automatically
question.
renewed.
Did they get terminated?
I
That's my
was,
question.
I was pretty sure that Dave took care of that. I think I was copied in on it, but you know,
Okay.
I've slept since then,
Okay.
so.
I just asked, I
Yeah.
don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Before we advertise it,
That
I
was-
wanna make sure,
That was kind of a big deal last time, so,
Yes.
yeah.
before we, like I said,
Why don't you follow that
Yeah, I
up
don't-
with the county
Okay, so
attorney?
let's say that we didn't get it taken care of.
okay,
Why can't we terminate it today?
That's
Yeah.
what happened last time,
Yeah.
Gary. We didn't get it
you,
terminated.
well, okay, on your behalf, yes, you can terminate it now, but he's still gonna farm it in
Right.
21.
For 1 year,
Yes,
but the lease is terminated.
right, right.
There's no use in waiting until
Correct, correct.
September
That I
1st.
understand.
Okay.
Shouldn't ask questions. All right. What have you found?
Well, that one is,
Land use.
would be Steve Runyon if he's the one that's up. So if he wants to be reappointed, that would be the only one.
I don't know him.
Oh, I know him.
So unless somebody wants to call him, but for some
I don't
reason.
have his phone number.
I do right here. If you want to.
Chairman?
If you know him, I mean, he don't know me, it'd be
Okay.
better if you call him
I'll call him.
instead of a stranger.
You tell me when you're ready.
Almost.
Mhm.
319, I'm guessing.
Yep, 342
342.
2334. I don't know if that's a landline or not, but.
No, looks like it.
Sorry, you have reached a number that has been disconnected.
That's a landline.
Okay.
342 is LaPorte City.
That would be the
Well,
only one.
I'm
That's the
just
problem
gonna-
with all these. You never know who wants to or not.
Yeah, well, I guess,
We can always act on it later and ask.
yeah, why don't you table it, put it on there and have Barb run them down? Is she the one that would do that?
She could probably talk to him, yeah.
Does that
Yeah,
sound
that
like
sounds
a
good to
game
me.
plan? Gonna be tabled?
Yep. 33,
There's
amend
always-
resolution 2035, establishing cremation rate.
So, Sarah, we do,
Wagner?
yep,
Is that what it
yep,
is?
Sarah Wagner, we do a resolution for the fees, and anytime they change, I have to amend that resolution. So,
So it's already done.
well, the fees were effective December 1st. She got notice, because we must have had to help. So I have to amend that resolution, which is, I'll tell you the right. $20.35. Even if, I think the last time it was like $1 or something. Okay. Crematory expense. So what changed? 315. So the crematory expense, we had 300 prior. So now the new rate's 315. Cremation tray is still 40. Medical examiner's permit still 75. Funeral home, everything else looks like it's the same, it's just the cremation expense.
Funeral home's 500.
So this is gonna be
750.
the,
How much?
$750 for the funeral home director's fee. Grave opening is $225, minister stipend is $25.
so is that all part of, with grave opening, is that the cremation rates? Is that all
I
included?
think, I don't know what all, like if she just has somebody cremated and they don't go to the site, I suppose it goes off of what all they do.
So it would be an up to amount?
Mhm.
Okay, so. it could
So
be-
I'm gonna amend the resolution and it'll have the 315 is the only thing that changed for the cremation expense
Okay,
instead of 300.
so you need a motion to approve.
Approve the new resolution.
Cremation rate from 300 to 315.
Right, you're gonna amend that resolution number 2035 by,
Motion.
yep,
Second.
By resolution,
yep.
Primer aye. And
Seaman, aye. Set.
And so for the number 34, I
Yep.
mentioned that to you a little bit.
Right,
I think I'm gonna try for the 19th, as long as I can get it to the paper, to the Star Press
January 19th.
at 9:30, because it's gonna have the watershed, because he needs some spending.
Okay. I make the motion that we set the fiscal year 21 amendment number 2, the public hearing date of January 19th, 2021 at 9:30 a.m.
Yep, as long as I get that all to coincide with the papers.
You're a second, Gary?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Which, speaking
That's
of
just for
that.
Adam then?
Well, no, it's for Adam, and then it's that public health grant money, I gotta put the 24,000 in.
Got it.
Which she's already pretty much got it taken care of. I know the sheriff deputies were getting some shots today and stuff too, so it did go, they worked hard and got all that money spent. So,
Did they?
yep, she's got vaccines she
We
bought.
worked hard to get that money spent.
Yep,
Well, they had to have it
done by the
Yeah.
31st, so,
Yeah.
yep, it's all done. And then Adam, and then I talked to Shelby, which she's not real sure if she has to amend again or not, so. Those are the only three that I've talked to that this is pertinent to.
Okay. Hawkeye Area Community Action Program budget.
So they mailed the letter, so I assume they're not coming in person, maybe. And I think I got Riverview's on here too, don't I?
I guess the only thing, my question was, what was it last year compared to this year? Is it going up?
It looks like it's the same, pretty much still on the per capita.
This is Haycap.
Yep, Hawkeye area. So we do the local service operations, 47,087. Belle Plaine housing program is 21,689, and then the last 2 years we gave them that additional 10,000 for the Belle Plaine senior meal program.
Money well spent. I make the motion that we
Keep that one.
Well, no,
Continue.
this is for the budget. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
this is a
Never
budget
mind.
request,
I
so,
withdraw that.
yeah. But I just wanted, when I get them, I'm just gonna put them on there.
Yep. Okay. So we just had to acknowledge it.
Yep.
Oh, and if you guys wanna look at this, you can.
Highway 30 dues, I know I ask this every year, what's that?
That is this little bill here that we get, they want us to pay for it's kinda like a membership fee. Yep. Here's the Riverview one too, if you guys wanna look at, they come in.
Oh, we did come in.
Yep. I'll pass that down. It's the Highway 30 Coalition one.
Basically, it's a group of people, kind of like a historical society, whatever they,
It's $200.
I don't know what they use the money for, but it's like Youngville, I would assume.
And we do that every year, don't we?
Yeah, we have been.
And that's more of a tourism kind of an issue, isn't it, Gary? If it's Youngville, that's tourism.
Yeah. It's the only thing we got in Benton County on Highway 30 that I know of.
And
They put them places on the National Register, and then you gotta build a road around them.
Well, I know that overpass down there, 21830 Junction, that sure looks nice there with
that's
that.
what I got, I'll shut it off.
Oh,
Shut it to him.
okay. Sure looks nice where it's got Highway 30 on that embankment, on that structure, that sure looks nice.
I can put that Riverview one on too next time, or just wanted you guys to look at it, so if I go ahead and put that in there too.
I should put it in.
How much
I don't
would
think
be
that's, it's just a
more
knowledge.
out reading?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's $7,000. So, Gary, you gonna make a motion, otherwise I will, for that $200 fee for the Highway 30 Coalition dues,
So moved.
and I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Here's the auditor's quarterly. Big stuff.
God, how do you keep it all straight? Wow,
I'll
this
move
is-
to approve the auditor's quarterly report.
you wanna look at it?
Do we have a second, Rick?
Oh, to approve that?
Yep. He made a motion.
He did, without seeing it. Yes, I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now we gotta change all them numbers.
The smaller one, right?
Yeah.
You want us to initial this?
Yeah, that one on the back
On
side.
the back.
Yep, all of you. And I got some that you missed. And I got stuff printed that I'll go get before we're done.
Have we done 17 and 30?
Well, 30, we're coming back to the later date, just like 17. 13 and 14, same way.
That's why we're,
Thank you.
Let me try to call Barb and see what number she's at.
That's my initial.
Hey Barb, it's Haley. Hey, so Steve Runyon, does he still want to serve on the Board of Adjustment, do you know? Okay. No, but he's the only one that we haven't heard from. He's up, so you think it's okay to go ahead and reappoint him? Okay.
Usually the way it works, if you don't show up, you get appointed.
Right.
Okay, what about the health board?
That's exactly right.
I thought there was. Hold on here. Let me look at my directory.
I doubt there's anything for 39 or during the holidays.
Well, I worked all week.
I meant for committee
Oh, committee.
meetings.
No, I missed the one.
Yeah.
They had a.
Oh, see, I had
TV
20 on her and I had 20 on Dan the
Yeah,
Green.
I had, I'm getting my wife out of.
It's totally understandable. Yep. And again, I really like the Zooms. I really do. It saves so much travel time.
For you, I can understand.
Okay, so him and,
I don't mind.
so I had
going
Mindy
through that.
Fisher was 22 and I had Dan
Yeah,
and
I get that.
Yeah.
Wendy
that-
was 20.
Doesn't
But I'll
bother me,
change
but
it.
like, Cedar Falls, when we were having them up there, that's why I was trying to get them up here to, Wickham Park out here between, by Palo, you know.
Sure.
That's where I tried.
Yeah, those two I had as
Well,
20, but
Valley,
I'll
you know.
trust you for that one. Sometimes these just don't get the
Yeah.
years changed.
Yep.
But I still like, you know, in person.
Who's that, Dan?
When they do the Zoom deals, then they don't get, well, scene cord companies, you know, where they wanna throw their 2 cents in and trying to get you to buy their seed or.
Well, Hartman's the same way. I mean, we have to go over to
Mm-hmm.
Tama
Mhm.
County, you know.
Okay, well then I'll go ahead and let him do
When
Steve
you do
Runyon.
that, you get to see what's going on around the countryside.
Okay, thanks.
No doubt. You
Mm,
know,
bye.
over there, you see, because those hills are kind of flattened out.
Mm-hmm,
She said that Steve would still be willing to serve
He is.
as long as Mark is.
Finish that one up then?
Yep. So I would make the motion that we reappoint the members that are currently on for the Benton County Land Use Adjustment Board.
Well, it would just be his that was up, yep.
Okay.
So it'd be
Runyon.
Steve Runyon, yep.
Okay.
Motion on the floor,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
What number was that?
Number
30.
30.
Well, clear down here.
So the only couple that we gotta do is,
13, 14, 17.
yep,
And you should have asked Barb when you had her on the phone about the health board.
I did.
Oh,
No, we're good.
health board's good?
Yep, she thinks they're not
So
on
we
until
can do
2021.
17?
Well, there's nobody up, so we're good. So we can cross that one out.
so
Oh, just
nobody's
cross.
out.
She said nobody's out, but she's gonna double check, because I had 2 different ones and she did yours. but-
Okay, all
Okay.
right, so basically 13, 14, unless you do otherwise next week.
Right, and then I'm gonna have some other ones, cause like the medical examiner, we have to appoint and all this, but I hadn't heard back from him yet.
Okay.
So there'll be things
Oh, yeah.
periodically
Yeah.
put on
Yep.
that we forget.
Okay,
And then I wanna have the comp board meeting sometime soon,
That's not set up yet even?
cause Melinda had to get somebody new.
You wanted to have that in December, I thought.
But then with COVID, I don't know if everybody wants to
actually meet her if you want
be
to
in
do it
person,
Zoom.
so, but, Dick Curtis didn't wanna continue, so Melinda had to find somebody. So I think we're good there, so I'm gonna try to get that going.
Okay.
And then probably just start We're having some departments start coming in.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I suppose we can act on our health insurance.
That's-
I haven't heard from the region what we're asking for levying. Do you know when that's coming up? Mental health?
I'll have to check.
Because to me, like for Mona, I don't know what to put in there. I doubt we're gonna levy much. But
My question is what's everybody's feelings on the insurance? What's everybody thinking? You know, I guess myself personally, I'm leaning on leaving it, staying with the same plan. My personal feelings is, but they're not gonna get no 3% raise.
if you get the insurance
Right.
plan.
Right. That's my feelings.
That's gonna be a hard pill to swallow because you've got unions that are getting increases, to be perfectly honest.
All them gonna have to drop something.
Well, last year we asked them to stay within their budget even though they got a 3% raise. So basically they cut elsewhere, is what they had done, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And I was trying to find, that's,
What do you need?
well, I was trying to find that insurance information. I guess it's back at my office
I
because
got
we
it.
did that over at the service center.
Yeah, go on.
Yep. So, because there was a couple different options there.
I need everybody to sign that too before I forget. That was the claims from last time.
Initial that.
This is from 2 weeks ago?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There you go, Rick.
Thank you. And no offense, but why don't we take this under, old business? Is there anything else you've got to do? 38, 39?
No, not unless I give you an update on the building over there.
You can always do that.
The interior walls got painted Thursday. Dana had line of 5 people show up. So all the interior walls are done. Electrician's gonna come in this week. Do the lights, the outlets, stuff like that. We're getting closer. I come up yesterday and I got the plastic off the windows, the resin paper off the floor, and I shot back the floors. Carpet is ordered from McDowell's, well not McDowell's, across the road here.
Oh, furniture store?
Yeah, what do you call
Michael
it?
and Dow.
Michael and Dow, that's it.
What about that, light pole on the west side of the building, or that guy wire?
It's still there.
Is the city gonna take that out?
I don't know. I'm hoping so. Either that or else the transit bus will.
Looks like if they would put a support against the pole on the south end, it would do virtually the same thing that guy wire does on the north.
I don't think it needs anything.
Well, it's there for a reason, and probably the reason is wind coming out of the north. Because if it hits it from the north, it's gonna push it to the south,
But there's wires go,
and that's what keeps the wires from going twang, snap. So your electrical wires, correct?
like, I like wires out in the country, they don't, they go miles. So
No idea, no idea. All I know is it's there, and, they probably need to have some sort of alternative system, and that's what I would recommend, some sort of brace on the south side. But
Regardless, I have.
This is communications, it's not
Oh, that is?
insurance.
They give you the wrong stuff then. That's what I did.
And I'll look at it, we can go over it later.
All right.
I got mine.
So,
Okay. Very good. I don't have any reports.
anything?
Anything else?
On a motion?
I'll make a motion for item 41 to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I can't believe it.
I know it's not noon.
Like we're forgetting some.
We are?
I don't know, I just-
We